morning. That's the sun coming up over the Belmont Mountains and Tonopah Plain. And as soon as we have a little more light, I'll be back to talk some anime.
Aria the Animation is a recent TV anime series recently released in North America by the Right Stuff's Nozomi Entertainment. People kept recommending it to me, so I gave it a look-see. I had a tough time slotting it into some genre. It's sort of a gentle, sentimental shoujo comedy about nothing in particular. Somewhere in the universe there's a recently terraformed planet with a man-made replica of the city of Venice, Italy. Neo Venezia is just like the original, complete with waterways, quaint bridges, pseudo-historical landmarks, and gondoliers. But it's much cleaner and friendlier, sanitized like a theme park at Disneyland. It has all the sparkle and none of the tarnish. Of course, it also features gondola rides. It's the happiest tourist trap on the planet. And even though that sounds like a science fiction setup, there's nothing really sci-fi about the stories. The star is an apprentice gondolier, Akari, a sweet and earnest young lady whose goal in life is to become one of the great Undines. Undine is the title, after a mythical German water nymph, for Neo Venezia's gondoliers. Now you might think this is a rather modest life goal, akin to setting your career goal to, say, hack a cab in New York City or drive a Disneyland tour bus. However, the role of the Undine is apparently highly respected in Neo Venezia. It has a sort of patina of being like maybe a graceful hostess like a geisha, for example. Akari is training to be one of the city's great Undine under Alicia, the lovely head of the Aria Company. Hence the series title. Alicia is kindly and seems perhaps a little flighty. In fact, Alicia is not only the sole Undine with the Aria Company, she's the entire Aria Company, together with apprentice Akari and their honorary company president, the blue-eyed cat named President Aria. I'd like to see the cat ask Congress for a bailout. Akari's best friend and fellow apprentice, Aika, is apprenticing with a different Undine company under a somewhat more strict teachings of Akira. In the first episode, Akari will meet Little Ai, a tourist who badly wants to take a gondolier ride with the Aria Company.
どうして私のゴンドラに乗ってたの？取り調べですか？いえ。愛花ちゃん、この子はお客さんじゃなくてお友達で、愛ちゃんって言うんだけど、マンホームから来てて。ただ乗りじゃないのよ。そうとも言うかな。ほら、早く降りなさいよ。二人はどっちが上手なんですか？
It's indicative of this series' sensibilities that no one ever questions the wisdom of such a small child wandering around a strange city completely on her own, taking boat rides from strangers. Nor do her guardians seem terribly concerned where she's wandered off to. This is a world of exclusively friendly, cheerful, and kindly people. Although Ai-chan is just a visitor in this episode, she'll become Akari's interplanetary pen pal, allowing Akari to provide narration at the start and end of each of the subsequent episodes via email. The third episode will introduce the third member of this gondolier's trio, Alice, who's training with yet another company that provides gondola rides. Alice's mentor, the spacey and angelic-voiced singing Undine Athena, doesn't appear in very many episodes. You've probably noticed that all the characters here have two things in common. They're all female, and their name all starts with the letter A. There are a few minor characters who are exceptions to this rule, but we don't see them very often. So, what do Akari and her two friends do with their time in the first season's 13 episodes? Well, they practice rowing, they take long walks, make friends with everyone they meet, have earnest conversations, and gyre and gimble on the Wabe. Really, nothing happens. Pretty much at all. There's no alien invasion, no rogue waves, no one gets hurt or placed in jeopardy, no one worries about money or finding a boyfriend, or anything more serious than flavoring the soup. Neo Venezia is perfecto.
よりハードな練習が必要なのよ。でもあまり進まないね。おだまり。
These episodes are all so sweet I was afraid I was going to have to wipe treacle off the DVDs. But all my snarky cynicism is really just cover for the fact that I have to admit that the series has a certain quiet charm to it. It's occasionally chuckle-worthy and has an understated grace and beauty to it that flows gently over you like the water down through those canals. It's the way the world should be rather than the way the world is. The artwork for Aria is clean and pretty, offering a variety of nice scenery and crisp and simple character designs. Director Junichi Sato, whose work on Princess Tutu I also kind of liked, has visited Venice to get some authentic scenery to idealize. In fact, Nozomi has subtitled his travelogue and included it as extras in the DVDs. Now there's a nice business trip. The accompanying music is as sweet and gentle as the characters are. Nozomi's DVD is subtitled in English, but it doesn't have a dub. That's probably the only way to do a niche title like this, but it's a way it's a shame because it's an anime you could show to the kids if you could get them to sit down and read subtitles. I'm certain this title isn't for everyone, and as usual, I'm far from being a target audience. This lacks any action or drama, and even the humor is very low-key. But at least it's not the same old stuff, so I give Aria 4 stars. It's the perfect anime for the elderly. It won't offend anyone's sensibilities, overexcite anyone's heart, or even wake anyone up. For those who like this sort of thing, this is the sort of thing that they like. Aria is based on a manga by Kazuya Amano. I haven't read that manga, but it's been translated and printed in North America by Tokyo Pop. Nozomi has released the entire first season of Aria as a simple package of 4 DVDs containing 13 episodes. That's a nice release strategy, and I really like the idea of shipping a whole season at once. Nozomi's done that on a couple of titles lately. They've also produced a nice release package, including some voice actress interviews and some interviews with Junichi, director as well. Even the voice actresses don't know what this series is about.
何もないなっていう何も起こらない作品なんだなっていい意味でね。
Also, each DVD has part of director Junichi's Venice travelogue. Nozomi even packed a small booklet in the box with the character profiles and some background on the setting in case you're wondering where the gravity came from or who controls the weather on this terraformed planet. They make great packages as if they actually cared about their product. The 13 episodes of Aria cover 1 year or all 4 seasons in Neo-Venezia, which we're told is the equivalent of 2 Earth years, and at the end, the young ladies are still just trainees. The Air Force can teach you to fly a jet fighter in less time than that. Clearly, this is an anti-competitive guild using arcane government regulation and mindless bureaucracy to create an artificial shortage of undines and stifle competition, thus driving up the cost of transportation in Neo-Venezia for everyone. Thanks for listening.